for joining me again for another Pixie Talks review vlog.
Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks. Pixie Talks, reviews and vlogs at Pixie Talks.
Woo! It's time to talk about Wonder Woman. I am very excited to make this video because this movie absolutely rattled me to my core. I am completely shaken. So let's dive into the latest in DC's movie lineup, Wonder Woman. So let's talk a little bit about DC's movies first of all. I've been largely much more into Marvel's movies than DC over the past few years. And it's pretty widely agreed that since the mainstream boom of superhero movies started, Marvel's movies have been a lot better than DC's. DC just doesn't seem to know how to get their footing under them. And it seemed like they've been playing catch-up with Marvel ever since Marvel started releasing hit after hit in their cinematic universe. DC's movies, meanwhile, all feel kind of rushed and lackluster. So many people weren't all too excited at the prospect of a Wonder Woman movie, both because DC's track records haven't been great of late, and also because people just aren't as familiar with the Wonder Woman character as they are with, say, Batman or Superman. I never really grew up with Wonder Woman either, so I honestly wasn't sure what to expect going into DC's very first female-led film in their current cinematic universe. And it was incredible. This was such an amazing film on so many different levels, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to break it down. But let's start with the beginning portion of the film, which takes place with the Amazons. The mascara? Okay, I will never remember how to pronounce that word. But the island of the Amazons is where we are introduced to a young Diana. And honestly, I was almost in tears already. What struck me the most was not that these were all incredibly physically powerful women, which they were, and that was awesome, but that aside from Diana, most of them were not young. Real talk, I have had anxiety around aging ever since I was a child. Our culture so heavily pushes this idea that women only have value when they are young, that the sight of middle-aged and older women being active and badass and beautiful on screen almost made me start crying. And if one of those ladies looks familiar, yep, that's Robin Wright, the actress most known for playing Princess Buttercup in Princess Bride in 1987, now at 51 years old playing the general of the Amazonian army. Now, the plot of the movie revolves around Diana wanting to help save humanity from Ares, the god of war, whose influence is clearly responsible, in her mind, for World War I. Of course, it's not a spoiler to say that things end up being actually a little bit more complicated than that. Diana has to learn over the course of the film about humanity and human nature, and ultimately decide whether or not humans are in fact worth fighting for. The film's main themes are love and forgiveness, and most powerfully love and forgiveness when they are not deserved. Diana has to learn that humanity is flawed, and that she wants to fight for us anyways, and that was beautiful. In a genre bogged down by so much dark and gritty, so much pessimism and harsh realism, Wonder Woman is a movie that embraces love as its guiding message, and not a wishy-washy romantic idea of love either, but the hard and difficult reality of choosing love over hatred, even when hatred may have been earned. And that's powerful stuff. Directors, please take note. This is what Superman should have been, and why Man of Steel didn't work. Please follow Wonder Woman's lead. And speaking of following her lead, that is exactly what this film does. Diana is the one leading the charge. She's the one rallying people behind her. She's at the front of all the action, and she is there to fight for her ideals, and it is breathtaking. I think I almost broke down in tears when she pulled an Eowyn on No Man's Land.
I am no man.
Now, obviously, this film is a hot topic because of everyone's favorite subject, feminism. So let's talk a little bit about girl power. It's not a feminist film simply because Diana is a badass, although she is, and that's awesome. It's a feminist film because it actually prioritizes her story, her perspective, and her character growth. And what was incredibly refreshing, and something female viewers have been pointing out since its release, there are no sexualized camera shots. The film never lingers on her breasts, it never slowly pans up her leg, it never gives the audience a gratuitous look at her crotch. It's shot 100% the way a male character would have been shot. And I never realized how powerful that would be to me until I saw it. You just don't notice how many of our mainstream films are shot to fetishize the female body until one doesn't. And it was like I could suddenly breathe. This film means so much to me. I left the theater feeling pumped and ready to take on the world in a way that movies very rarely leave me feeling. I left that theater and I signed up for sword fighting lessons the next day. I am ready to take on the world. I am ready to follow Wonder Woman's lead. And that's it for my review of Wonder Woman. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to subscribe for more, and you can also add me on Facebook. I'm not going to link my Twitter anymore because honestly, guys, I don't use it. But with that, I will catch you next time. Bye!